Title: The Little Fox Who Helped Everyone. Once upon a time, in a peaceful green forest, there lived a little fox named Finn. Finn was small, clever, and full of energy. He loved to explore the forest, smell the flowers, and watch butterflies dance in the sunlight. But what made Finn truly special was his big heart. He always wanted to help others, even when he didn't know how. One bright morning, while chasing dragonflies near the river, Finn heard a soft cry. "Help! Someone, please help me!" He ran toward the sound and saw a tiny duckling splashing in the water. The duckling had fallen from the riverbank and couldn't climb back up. Finn's ears perked up. He had to do something. He found a long stick nearby and pushed it into the water. "Grab this," he called. The duckling paddled closer and caught the stick with its little wings. Finn pulled as hard as he could until plop! The duckling landed safely on the grass. "Thank you, Finn," quacked the baby duck. "You saved me." Finn smiled shyly. "That's what friends are for," he said. He even walked the duckling back to its nest so it wouldn't get lost again. Later that day, while gathering berries for dinner, Finn heard another noise, a soft squeak from above. It was Sally the squirrel, looking very upset. "My nuts! They fell! I worked all morning collecting them!" she cried. Finn looked around and saw nuts scattered everywhere. "Don't worry, Sally. I'll help you pick them up." Together, they gathered the nuts one by one, until Sally's little paws were full again. "Oh, Finn, thank you. You're the kindest fox in the forest," said Sally, smiling from ear to ear. Finn grinned. "It's easy to help when we do it together." Just as Finn was about to go home, dark clouds rolled in. The wind began to howl, and the rain started pouring. Finn ran to find shelter under a big oak tree. Then he heard a faint buzzing sound. A family of bees was struggling near their broken hive. "Oh no," said Finn. "Your hive fell down in the storm." The bees buzzed sadly. Finn thought for a moment. He found a hollow log and some large leaves. "Here, you can stay inside until the rain stops," he said, gently placing the hive inside the log. The bees buzzed happily. "Thank you, Finn! You saved us!" Finn didn't mind getting wet. He was happy knowing the bees were safe. By the time the rain stopped, it was already dark. Finn felt tired, hungry, and ready to sleep. He curled up under the same big oak tree he'd helped the bees near and closed his eyes. Then crack! A loud noise woke him up. A heavy branch was about to fall right where he was lying. Before Finn could move, the duckling, the squirrel, and the bees appeared. The duck quacked loudly to warn him. Sally the squirrel jumped onto the branch to push it away, and the bees buzzed together, shaking the branch just enough for Finn to roll. Aside, thud! The branch crashed onto the ground, but Finn was safe. The next morning, Finn opened his eyes and saw all his friends smiling at him. "You saved us," said the duckling. "Now it was our turn to save you." Finn's eyes filled with happy tears. He had never felt so loved. From that day on, the forest animals called him Finn the Kind Fox. Whenever someone needed help, big or small, they knew Finn would be there. And whenever Finn needed help, his friends were there too. Because kindness, like sunshine, always finds its way back. The end.
Title: Finn and the Lost Rainbow. In a quiet green forest, where everything once sparkled with color, lived a small orange fox named Finn. But today, the sky was gray, the flowers were pale, and the birds were silent. Finn looked around sadly and whispered, "Where did all the colors go?" As Finn walked through the dull forest, he saw a tiny blue butterfly sitting on a branch, looking sad. "Hello, little butterfly," said Finn softly. "Why aren't you flying today?" "The rainbow is gone," sighed the butterfly. "And without it, we've lost our colors too." Finn gasped. "The rainbow? Gone? Then I'll find it and bring it back." Finn packed a small leaf bag with berries and set off bravely on his new adventure. He crossed the river, climbed mossy rocks, and looked all around, but everywhere he saw only gray skies and mist. Still, Finn didn't give up. Near the muddy riverbank, Finn found his friend Tilda, the turtle struggling to move. "Oh no, are you stuck?" asked Finn. "Yes," groaned Tilda. The rain washed the colors away and turned the ground heavy. Finn leaned down and began to help. Finn pushed and pulled until Tilda was finally free. "Thank you, little fox," she said, smiling warmly. "If you find the rainbow, tell it I miss its shine." Finn nodded proudly. "I promise I will." As Finn continued through the forest, a gentle breeze began to blow. He pricked up his ears. The wind was whispering softly, "Go higher, go higher." Finn looked up and saw a faint glow far away on a mountain. "That must be where the rainbow went," he said. Finn climbed higher and higher, up the slippery, mossy hill. The path was steep, but he kept going, determined to bring back the colors. At the top, the clouds began to break, letting a little sunlight through. Under a bush, Finn noticed a small gray rabbit hiding. "Why so sad, little rabbit?" asked Finn kindly. "I used to love watching the rainbow," whispered the rabbit. "Now everything feels dull." Finn smiled gently. "Don't worry, I'll bring it back for everyone." When Finn reached the mountain peak, he found a dark cave glowing faintly inside. Curious, he stepped closer. Colorful lights shimmered weakly. From within, red, blue, and green reflections danced on the walls. Finn gasped. "The rainbow! It's here!" Inside the cave lay the rainbow itself, but it was broken. Shattered pieces of light were scattered across the rocky floor like glass jewels. Finn's eyes filled with sadness. "Oh no," he whispered. "You're hurt." Then, a soft voice echoed gently through the cave. "Finn, I tried to shine after the storm, but the clouds were too heavy. My colors faded away." Finn's heart ached. "I can help," he said. "I'll bring your colors back." Finn hurried back into the forest. He found a red berry, an orange leaf, a golden feather, a green fern, a blue pebble, and a purple flower, one for each color of the rainbow. He carried them carefully in his leaf bag, glowing with hope. When Finn returned to the cave, the broken rainbow waited quietly. He placed his little bag down and smiled. "I brought your colors back," he said softly. "Let's make you shine again." One by one, Finn set the colors in front of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. As he placed the last flower, the cave filled with golden light, warm and bright. The rainbow shimmered back to life. The light grew stronger until a full rainbow arched high above the cave. Finn wagged his tail happily as colors burst into the sky once more. He had done it. The rainbow was whole again. Back in the forest, flowers bloomed in every color. Butterflies danced, the river sparkled, and Tilda the turtle smiled. Even the gray rabbit hopped with joy. Finn stood proudly, watching the forest come alive again. From the trees above, colorful birds began to sing. Their cheerful songs filled the air with happiness. Finn looked up and smiled, his heart light and full of peace. Then, the same blue butterfly from before fluttered past Finn, its wings bright and shining again. "Thank you, Finn," it said happily. Finn laughed. "You're welcome, little friend." Soon, all of Finn's friends gathered Tilda the turtle, the gray rabbit, and the blue butterfly. Together, they looked at the rainbow shining high in the sky. The forest had never looked so beautiful. The rainbow's soft voice spoke once more. Whenever the world feels gray, remember, kindness brings back the colors. Finn nodded with a warm smile. He finally understood the magic of helping others. As the sun began to set, Finn walked home through the glowing forest. He had a small, colorful leaf tucked behind his ear, a gift from the rainbow. The air was warm, the world bright again. That night, under the soft rainbow light, Finn curled up under his favorite tree. Fireflies danced around him as he fell asleep, dreaming of colors and kindness. The forest shimmered softly, and everything was peaceful once more. The end.
Title: Finn and the Whispering Tree. In the peaceful green forest, the little orange fox named Finn woke up to the sound of rustling leaves. The air felt different today, calm, but full of secrets. The wind carried a faint whisper that made Finn's ears twitch. "Who's there?" asked Finn softly, looking around. But no one answered, only the gentle murmur of the wind brushing through the tall trees. It almost sounded like words. Finn tilted his head. "Are you talking to me?" Curious, Finn followed the sound. He walked past the river, across fallen logs, and through a misty clearing he had never seen before. At the end of the path stood a massive old tree, its bark silver and roots curling deep into the earth. The wind grew softer near the tree. "Little one," it said faintly. Finn gasped. "You can talk!" The tree's branches swayed gently. "I remember every story of this forest, but I am forgetting them now." Finn looked up with wide eyes. "You're forgetting?" he asked. The tree sighed a long, gentle breeze. "My roots are weak. My leaves no longer catch the songs of time. Soon, all memories will fade." Finn's tail drooped. "I don't want that to happen." Finn placed his paw on the tree's root. "I'll help you remember. I promise." The tree whispered warmly. "Then listen to the forest. It will tell you what I've lost." Finn set off through the forest, determined. He needed to find the lost memories, whatever that meant. The sun peeked through the clouds, and the sound of soft chimes seemed to float on the wind. High in the branches, a small gray squirrel chattered sadly. "Hello there," said Finn. "Have you noticed the forest sounds quieter today?" The squirrel nodded. "The whispering tree used to tell bedtime stories to all of us, but now it's silent. I miss its voice." Finn smiled. "Then I'll help bring it back." As Finn walked on, something bright caught his eye, a single golden feather lying in the grass. When he touched it, a memory shimmered in the air, a vision of birds singing under the tree long ago. Finn gasped. So that's what memories look like. Finn realized the forest had hidden the memories everywhere in the wind, in leaves, in feathers, and stones. He needed to gather them and bring them back to the whispering tree. He wagged his tail and ran deeper into the woods. At the riverbank, Finn found the water barely moving. "Why are you so still?" he asked. "The tree's voice guided my flow," said the river sadly. "Without it, I've forgotten my song." Finn thought for a moment, then began humming softly, and the river slowly started to ripple again. A shimmering blue stone appeared near the water's edge. Finn picked it up carefully. "This must be another memory," he whispered. The stone glowed faintly, the sound of laughter echoed from it. The forest's laughter. As night fell, Finn curled up in a glowing meadow. Fireflies surrounded him, and he could hear the faint heartbeat of the forest, slow but steady. He smiled. "Don't worry, Whispering Tree. I'm bringing your stories home." At dawn, Finn followed the sound of a gentle tune, a rabbit mother singing softly to her children. "That song," said Finn. "It's beautiful." The rabbit smiled. "It's an old song the Whispering Tree once taught me." Finn's eyes lit up. "Then it's part of the memories, too." With a bag full of forest treasures, a golden feather, a blue stone, and the echo of a song, Finn hurried back to the old silver tree. The air felt heavy and still. The tree looked weaker now. Finn placed each treasure by the tree's roots. "These belong to you," he said softly. The feather glowed. The stone hummed. The air filled with the rabbit's lullaby. A warm light began to spread through the branches. The whispering tree shivered, and then it spoke, its voice stronger than before. "I remember. I remember the laughter of the birds, the song of the river, the kindness of a little fox." Finn smiled, eyes shining. "You did it!" Colors returned to the forest. The wind danced through the leaves again. The river sparkled and the birds sang. Every creature came to see the reborn whispering tree glowing gently in the morning light. "Thank you, Finn," said the tree, its branches swaying lovingly. Finn looked up proudly. "You gave us all stories. I just gave them back." The forest rustled softly, as if applauding him. Before Finn left, the tree whispered one last secret. "From now on, you will hear the voices of the forest more clearly than anyone." Finn's ears perked up. He could now hear every rustle, every sigh of the wind. Finn trotted down the old path, sunlight flickering between the leaves. The wind whispered gentle words, not of sadness, but of friendship and memory. He smiled softly. "Goodbye, old friend." That night, as Finn curled up beneath the stars, the whispering tree shimmered faintly in the distance. The wind carried its soft voice across the forest. Stories never die, they only wait to be remembered. The end. Title: Finn and the Cloud Painter. High above the peaceful forest, the morning sky shimmered with soft pastel clouds. Down below, the little orange fox named Finn noticed something unusual. The clouds looked pale, almost colorless. He tilted his head. "That's strange. The sky usually looks so full of magic." A gentle breeze brushed Finn's fur. Suddenly, a whisper drifted down from above. "Help!" Finn blinked. Is someone up there? The clouds trembled faintly, as if trying to answer. Finn followed the strange glow toward a tall hill. There, he found a shimmering staircase made of mist, rising into the sky. His eyes widened. A cloud staircase? For me? The steps sparkled softly, inviting him upward. At the top, Finn reached a floating island made of soft clouds. In the center stood a small creature, a fluffy white cloud painter, holding tiny brushes made of starlight. But the painter looked exhausted. "My colors," the painter whispered. "They're fading. I can't paint the sunrise anymore." Finn's ears drooped. "Oh no, the whole world needs your colors." The painter nodded sadly. "I've lost the magic droplets that give the sky its shades." Finn stood tall. "Tell me what you need, I'll help you." The cloud painter smiled weakly. "The colors are hidden in the sky, scattered by a strong storm. Find them, little fox, and the sky will shine again." Finn stepped onto a glowing cloud path. The sky around him swirled gently, soft like cotton, shimmering with pale silver light. He took a deep breath. "All right, let's bring back the colors."
Artlist.io.
A tiny blue wind sprite zipped around him, leaving sparkles behind. "You're looking for the colors?" it asked. Finn nodded. "Yes. Did you see where they went?" The sprite twirled excitedly. "I can help. Follow me." They arrived at a drifting cloud shaped like a hill. A small, glowing red droplet rested on top, pulsing like a heartbeat. Finn touched it gently, and a warm vision appeared, the memory of a bright sunrise. Next, the sprite led him to a swirling orange cloud tunnel. Inside floated the orange droplet, glowing softly. Finn smiled. "This one feels like a cozy morning." He slipped it carefully into his leaf pouch. A loud crackle made Finn jump. Lightning danced across a nearby cloud. At its center hovered the yellow droplet, sparkling like sunlight. Finn gulped, then bravely jumped through the lightning gaps, grabbing it. "I got it," he laughed. They drifted toward a soft green meadow of clouds. Tiny cloud flowers floated around, glowing faintly. In the middle, the green droplet rested peacefully. This one is calm, Finn whispered. A deep blue cloud lagoon shimmered like water. Finn peeked over the edge, the blue droplet floated inside, glowing like the ocean. That's beautiful! He waded in, feeling the cool magical mist wrap gently around his fur. Thunder rumbled. Dark purple clouds swirled in a giant circle. The last droplet is in there, the wind sprite whispered. Finn took a deep breath and leaped inside. Lightning cracked, but he pushed forward until he found the glowing purple droplet, humming with deep magic. I've got them all! Finn raced back across the sky paths, the droplets glowing brightly in his pouch. The cloud painter looked weaker than before. You found them? Finn nodded proudly. One by one, Finn placed the droplets in front of the cloud painter. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. As they touched the cloud floor, the entire sky lit up with radiant waves of color. The cloud painter rose into the air, brushes glowing like stars. With gentle strokes, they painted the horizon, reds blending into oranges, yellows melting into greens and blues, purple swirling at the edges. Finn watched in awe. It's beautiful! The sunrise burst across the world, bright, warm, magical. Below, the forest lit up with glowing colors. Birds soared joyfully. The river sparkled like silver fire. The sky was alive again. The cloud painter floated down. Thank you, Finn. You saved the day. Finn wagged his tail. You just needed a little help. Everyone does sometimes. The painter touched Finn's forehead gently. A tiny glowing swirl appeared in his fur, a mark of the sky. From now on, Finn, whenever the sky needs help, you will hear it calling. Finn walked down the cloud staircase as the morning sun warmed his fur. The wind whispered softly, "Thank you, little fox." He smiled. "You're welcome." That night, Finn curled up beneath a colorful sky. The sunset shimmered in soft pastel waves, the most beautiful one he had ever seen. And as he drifted to sleep, the clouds whispered gently, "Magic always returns to those who believe." The end. Don't forget to like and subscribe.